What a long day of training. My trainer made me do continuous 200s. You know, jog 200, run 200, jog 200, run 200. Sometimes I don't even know why he makes me do them when I don't even run 200. But I guess it's making me better. I wonder what it was like 40 years ago when women didn't have the chance to participate in sports like I did. Back before there was that thing called Title IX. Hi, my name is Hannah Cross. I am 15 years old. I am from Jenkins Sunshine 4-H Club in Mitchell County. This is my 6th year in 4-H, and my presentation is on Title IX in athletics. So what is Title IX? Title IX states that no person in the U.S. shall, on the basis of sex, be excluded from participation in or denied the benefits of or be subjected to discrimination under any educational program or activity receiving federal aid. It was signed by President Richard Nixon into law on June 23, 1972. Before Title IX was put into action, most of the physical activities for women mostly consist of basketball, cheerleading, and square dancing. 1 in 27 girls played high school sports. So that would be like if my entire class were girls and I was the only one who played sports. There were no scholarships offered. The average of women's teams per school was 2.1. And women's sports was only 2% of overall athletic budgets. Some things that Title IX have influenced today are now that the average of teams per U.S. college are 8.7. Women's boxing was recently added to the Olympics, but unfortunately this meant that softball was dropped. And there were more women on the U.S. Olympics team this year than men. And now there are around 3.2 million girls involved in high school sports. Now here are some memorable moments in Title IX history. In 1972, Billie Jean King is the first ever Sports Illustrated Sportswoman of the Year. King won 3 Grand Slams, Wimbledon, and both the French and U.S. Open. She shared the cover with John Wooden, who was the Sportsman of the Year. In 1974, after the National Organization for Women sued on behalf of Maria Pepe, a girl who was forced off her Little League team, and they ended up winning the case, so girls could actively participate in Little League. In 1976, Ann Myers was the first female athlete to get a full scholarship offered by UCLA to play basketball. Carol Blazkowski, formerly known as the Blaze, holds the records for most points scored in a college basketball game with a stunning 52 points. Playing for Montclair State, Blaze ended with a total of 3,199 points and a career average of 31.7 points per game. This came before the three-point shot. In 1984, Mary Lou Retton was the first American woman to win an all-around gold in gymnastics at the Summer Olympics in Los Angeles. She also won 2 silvers in vault and team competition and a couple of bronzes in floor exercise and uneven bars. The 5 medals she won were the most an athlete had won at those games. Retton became Sports Illustrated Co-Sportsperson of the Year and was the first woman on a Wheaties cereal box. My personal favorite, Jackie Joyner Kersee, was the first person ever to break the heptathlon's 7,000-point mark. On July 7, 1986, her 7,148 points broke the old record by 202. Later in the year, she was a recipient of the James E. Sullivan Memorial Award as the top amateur athlete in the U.S. She would end up breaking her old record with 7,291 points at the 1988 Summer Olympics, and the record still stands. She won 6 Olympic medals in the heptathlon and long jump, including 3 golds. She received 4 World Outdoor Championship titles and Sports Illustrated honor as the greatest female athlete of the 20th century. In 2000, 20-year-old Venus Williams beats her 18-year-old sister in a two-set semifinal at Wimbledon, the first Grand Slam game ever between two sisters. They teamed up and took the doubles title. On March 22nd, 2005, Tennessee's win over Purdue made Pat Summitt the winningest NCAA coach, man or woman, in history. They renamed the court at Thompson Bowling Arena the Summit. When she announced her retirement this year due to early signs of Alzheimer's, she finished her coaching career with 1,098 wins and a win percentage of .840, 18 Final Four appearances, and 8 championships. In 2006, sophomore Michaela Hutchison won Alaska's 103-pound final, making her the first girl in the nation to win a state title against boys. She finished the season 41-4 and was only 1 pin shy of a state record. Marina Sharapova was offered an 8-year, $70 million contract with Nike, becoming the highest-paid female athlete, with other deals with Sony, Ericsson, and Tiffany. Of the $24.5 million Forbes calculated that she earned in 2010, only $1 million came from playing tennis. In 2012, undefeated Baylor takes women's basketball title and become the first NCAA team to go 40-0 in a single season. So now you're probably thinking, is Title IX still critical today? Is everything all fair now? Actually, there are 1.3 million fewer chances for girls to play high school sports than guys. And there's always a debate how money is put into men's sports and women's sports, or how courts are treated, or how the fields are treated. And there's always a debate that it seems like the Scripps National Spelling Bee seems to get more attention than the WA or cheerleading competition on ESPN. Another interesting statistic that I found is that in 2008, only 43% of women's team coaches were women, compared to 1972, where that number was 90%. Are there any questions? Yes.
Anna, what's your opinion on Title IX? What do you think about it?
Well, the question was, what is my opinion on Title IX? Well, my opinion is that I think it's pretty well based now, but I still think there's some things that aren't really treated right, where, you know, if something happens with women, like a sport, then it gets blown up more, or maybe if someone does something really great, it doesn't get as much attention as as a male athlete. When he does something, I think that it should be broadcasted more and they should get more recognition for their hard work. Are there any other questions? Thank you.